With the recent release of Strixhaven, Spirits got an absolutely incredible buff, and we got it in a very unlikely color scheme that most of you may not see coming, but we're talking about Mardu Spirits. Cue the intro, let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for clicking on my video today. In today's video, like I explained in the intro, we're talking about a spirit tribal list, and we're talking about it in the colors of Mardu, my absolute favorite color scheme. So I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be a lot of fun, and this deck is fairly powerful. But before we get started and break this entire deck list down for you and get into the gameplay footage, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you take a moment to do so. It's a free way to help support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Hit that little bell, that's for you. You'll be notified anytime we post a video, which is 3 times a week, so you don't miss out on any future content. And you'll also be notified of the live streams. We go live here on YouTube every single Wednesday, so hope to see you there. All right, let's talk about it. So Spirit Tribal, very interesting. You would think Spirit Tribal, we already ran a Spirit Tribal deck previous Strixhaven release, and it was actually ran in Esper. Esper had a lot of the best spirits, white being the predominant color of that scheme. But recently Strixhaven came out with a Lorhold set, and Lorhold has a ton of spirit buffs, and we took some of those best spirits, threw them into this deck, and took out the blue, and man, oh man, this thing is absolutely beastly. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start from the top. So we're gonna start it off with Usher of the Fallen. This is gonna be a 4-of. This is gonna be the first creature we're dropping on the battlefield, putting early pressure on our opponent. It has a boast ability for 2, can generate some more creatures. What's really great about that is that if we don't have a 2-drop play, we could just keep boasting and gaining a ton of value while our hand is just getting bigger and bigger, getting more threats into our hand. And then we also have some early game removal with Bloodchief's Thirst. This is going to answer so many things in the current meta. We go up against planeswalkers now. We've seen a little bit more planeswalker decks going on with the new set release, so Bloodchief's Thirst is a good way to deal with those, as well as dealing with those early game blockers for maybe our Usher and whatnot. And then, of course, we have 4 Clarion Spirits because it's one of the best spirits in the game right now. You go ahead and drop this down and have a second play. You're going to go ahead and create a bunch of 1/1 flyers. This gets really ugly really fast, really hard to deal with. Then we have 2 Rally of the Ranks, a card that I had in my previous spirit deck, but we dropped this down to a 2-of. It's a very, very powerful card if we can get this down. It plays really well too with like the Clarion Spirit because it's a very cheap permanent to play, and so there's a lot of times we could play it, paired up with other things and trigger that Clarion Spirit. We've also got a new card, Vanishing Verse, my new absolute favorite removal card. This thing answers almost everything. Obviously, multicolored things are tough to deal with, but it answers any colorless permanent, which is that text right there is huge because there are so many things that are considerable threats in the meta right now that aren't necessarily just creatures. The fact that it deals with any permanent is huge, and the fact that it exiles is great too because it deals with a lot of the indestructibility. Then we go to our 3 drops. We got 3 Skyclave Apparitions, a card I've actually been in love with forever. This card is so good, it just exiles. You guys know what this card does. No need to break this one down. But then we go into another new card, a 4-of Venerable War Singer. This card can hit our opponent for a hefty 3, has a little bit of trample. Why would a 3/3 have trample? That's not that great. Well, if it deals any damage at all, we get to bring back some creatures from our graveyard, depending on how much damage, of course, we deal. So if this thing gets pumped through Rally of the Ranks or some other cards that I'm about to show you, it can get real nasty real quick, and it can bring back a lot of different threats from the graveyard, which we end up doing in this video. And yeah, it's a very, very hard thing to deal with. It also has Vigilance, which is great. But if it tramples over, deals any sort of damage, we're going to be bringing back some early threats that our opponent had already dealt with, and then they're going to have a little bit of a headache to deal with. A way to refill our hand is 4 Showdown of the Scalds. This is going to help so much with this deck because eventually we're going to run out of gas. We're going to get all of our plays out on the battlefield, and we're going to need a way to draw some cards. So Scalds is a great way to do that. It also puts in a crazy amount of 1/1 counters on our creatures because we have so much early game creature spells, and then when we're casting multiple things from Scalds, we're getting triggers from Clarion Spirits, and it's just going to stack 1/1 tokens, which our 1/1 counters. It's an incredible combo. And then we get into our big hefty 5-drop spells. So we got a couple of these. We have 2 Kaya the Inexorables, because if we put a if we put a +1 counter on her loyalty, we get to bring in a spirit token. When a creature dies, we get to put a token on one of our creatures. It comes back to our hand. We get to generate a spirit. It's an obvious, very good combo for this deck. And then obviously we can exile non-land permanents, which is great. And then the ultimate is not really something we care too much about, but we could bring legendaries back from the graveyard every single turn, which would help if we can ultimate this. And we have a Hoffrey Ghostforge on the battlefield. This is a legendary creature. We have 2 of these. This is really the glue that holds this deck together. I currently ran this deck on stream the other day and did not have this card in this deck, and we were still winning a lot of games. Well, this card helps win even more games. It's a must-have in the spirit deck. It really is. It's so good. It does so many busted things. Not only do your spirits now have a pump of 1/1, it's also a 4/5, which is a big body and hard to deal with. And then whenever another creature of yours dies, that's a non-token, it takes that creature, sends it to exile, creates a copy of that creature. It's the exact same creatures, exact same stats, attack, defense, everything is the same, comes onto the battlefield, and then when it dies, that exiled creature goes back to your graveyard, so you don't actually have to exile it permanently, which is great because it can bring it back with the Warsinger. So Ghostforge, insane. Once it's on the battlefield and your opponent can't deal with it, but they can deal with your other things, it's really good, especially against red decks that rely on stomps early to kill your things. Ghostforge just keeps bringing those creatures back, and it becomes really hard to deal with. And then of course we're going to top it off with a Lorhold Command. Lorhold Command is interesting because you have so many good options here. You can create spirit tokens, which obviously helps with the synergies. It can deal 3 damage, gain 3 life. We can make our creatures indestructible for a turn. So if we want to swing in and opponent has some blocks, we can give everything +1/1 or +1/0 and indestructible until the end of turn. It also gives haste, which is good. So this could be a one-shot kill if we use that second ability. Also, the last ability says sacrifice a permanent, then draw 2 cards. May seem redundant, but little pro tip: if you play this card with no creatures on the battlefield and your hand is run dry, you can actually cast a 3/2 and sack it on the same go with the same card. You cast the card, you choose the spirit and the sacrifice target, it'll actually cast the spirit, and then you can sacrifice that spirit for 2 cards. So it's a good way to refill the hand. But yeah, that's going to be the deck in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoy this list. It's a blast to play. One of my favorites, of course, Mardu. If you guys aren't new here, you know Mardu is my absolute favorite color scheme, and spirits are a blast to play. So I enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoy it as well. We'll get into the gameplay footage now, which is really fun. Keep watching. It's a good video for sure. And we'll see you guys back here for some final thoughts. Until then, we'll see you. Peace. All right, here we go. We're going to be playing some Mardu today. Some Mardu, my absolute favorite color scheme. And then we're going to be playing some Spirits, which is a really fun tribal that we were able to do not too long ago. But now Mardu with the new Strixhaven got a lot of new toys. So I'm really excited to give this a shot. This could be really good or really bad. I'm not sure. We're going to keep it though. Opponent goes first. We have some ways to remove things off the battlefield. So I am going to keep hoping that our opponent is playing some sort of creature-based deck, because we have a lot of answers for some creatures here. Got plenty of the mana that we need. This is a very fun spirit deck that we were able to play on stream this week, yesterday. Had a lot of success with it too. We had a lot of really cool decks that played extremely well that I'm very happy about. All right, gonna play this for white because I plan on playing the Apparition to steal that. Can't have that creating a 5/5 flyer. Does look though as my opponent is going to be playing some creatures, I'm sure, because they're going to be playing a lot of graveyard stuff. You can have that or that, your choice. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. All right, let's go ahead and get in there. Get that vessel off the battlefield. See you later. See you later. And then we can block the Acquisitions Expert all day. 2 Lorhold commands is not ideal. Hopefully we get a Scalds. The Scalds could be really good. Venerable Warsinger too is great, but it is susceptible. That's annoying. They're going to get a command off of me. War Singer down though. And we do have Blood Chief's Thirst. I don't really care about playing it on either one of these creatures at the moment. We will probably cast it on the next thing. Oh, they go for it. Okay. They leave me with the Lorhold command. Seems like a strange tactic. Discarding a card, huh? I guess I don't mind getting rid of one Lorhold. Would like to top deck a fast land here. Okay, there we go. We got it. Black. And then Lorhold command is an instant speed play, so we will cast it on their turn. They eat up my graveyard, a little unfortunate. Lorhold command is going to deal a 3 to the Rankle, create a spirit probably. Yes, that's the play. All right. 3 damage, create a 3/2. And then Acquisitions Expert down. Maybe I should have waited until they attack there. I'm pretty sure they would have seen that coming, but maybe I should have waited for the attack. I maybe could have got the Acquisitions Expert off guard there. It's fine though. A Scalds to save me. Oh, that's fine though. That's fine. We've got a good target for it. So let's take the Expert here, and we can get in for 3. Opponent's down to 1 card, so they do have a castle though. Yikes! I didn't see the castle out there. So they got a way to regenerate here. Their hand. Heartless Act, fair enough. Now they've got an even bigger creature I gotta worry about. Great. Village Rise, 2 more cards. Eidolon, do they have? I was gonna say, if they top decked an Eidolon with like, you know, the Myers Grasp or something, that would have been really annoying. We're gonna take you, just because I don't want them being able to draw cards down the road. That seems to be a problem. I'm saving the Triumph here because I want to cycle it away whenever I get a chance. They keep drawing 3-mana plays though. Sucks to be playing on the top deck, but that's, you know, sometimes your opponent plays silly discard game. Let's cycle this away, see what we need to get. Another land. Oh jeez. Cycle it away again. Another Triumph. Oh, this game is just off the charts amazing right now. All right. My phone's ringing. Hopefully I can call them back. In between games here. Oh, what a top deck there. What an absolute chat of a top deck. Let's do it like that. All right, another Spirit. That helps a little bit. Usher of the Fallen's nice too because it can actually come in and boast on the next turn. So there's kind of an endless value train there, which is great. Vanishing Verse. I could do some sneaky business and sacrifice or make them exile their demonic embrace because it can keep coming back, you know? Never mind, I'm actually gonna just hit the vessel. So long, Vessel. I have 7 damage on deck here, about to hit him in the face with too. Nice, it wasn't a Village Rites in their hand, which we really can appreciate. Heartless Axe. Great. That's still fine though. They do it, they missed a trigger to defend there. Alright, so hopefully that's enough to get lethal here. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. They gain a little bit of life here. Oh, that's a good top deck. Don't mind if I do. Take away their life gain opportunity here. I know, I feel bad for them. I feel bad. That's a pretty sick top deck. I can't lie. Opponents on their top deck, and then they get 1 castle trigger here, so that's a game. Let's freaking go, man. I think we just ranked up to the next set. Let's go. Tier 3. Dude, spirits are really good, man. They're really good. All right, that went extremely well. So we're picking up right where we left off there on the stream, so love to see that. Man, I love Mardu so much, and the fact that they've got such a spirit feel now to it, you know, with all the new cards. It's freaking awesome, man. Love me some spirits. All right, I get to go first. Yeah, I'm gonna play this for white. Okay, got a pretty good starting hand here. I got the Clarion Spirit. Hopefully can do some work before it gets taken out. Usher of the Fallen as well. Definitely gonna play the boast effect on Usher of the Fallen before I play the Clarion Spirit, because I want to make sure we get the triggers with the Spirit. So don't want to lose value there with that. Let's see what our opponent grabs here. It's red. Okay. Let's see. Probably gonna play this for red, right? Playing all the dual lands that I know I want, you know, what colors I want. I want to make sure I get, you know, the total. What am I trying to say here? You know, if I've got multiple blight steps, I'm gonna play those first. And so if I need, you know, I've got other options for black. So that's why I played that for red. Sometimes I start to talk and explain things and I'm just like, just shut up. You're not even making sense to anybody right now. All right, so do I want to trigger the boast effect again? I think I do, so I'm gonna play the Triome here. Looks like they've got a stomp or something for me though, but they should have done it before I swung. Yeah, they have something. Should have done that before I swung in. Now I get the boast effect out of it. And the game froze. That's fun. Did I break the game on that boast? It was a pretty nutty play. All right, nice. So now we can play the Clarion Spirit and the Usher of the Fallen, and we get the trigger effect off of the Clarion Spirit. We also drew into our legendary dwarf, which is freaking sweet. Or do I want to go Clarion? Oh, actually I can't. I was gonna say go Clarion Spirit into Bloodchief's Thirst, but I don't actually have the mana for that. So we'll do it like this. We have a flyer now though. Can kill the Brazen Borrower, no problem. So they're not gonna want to attack here. We've got them locked out pretty good here. So with the Ghost Forge Dwarf here, it says whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it. If you do create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a spirit to its other types, and then whenever it leaves the battlefield, return exiled card to the graveyard. This card is redonkulous with the spirits, and it has 5 toughness, so it's very hard to deal with. They go after the Usher instead of the Clarion Spirit. I think that's a mistake. Oh, they have both. Okay, just kidding. Guess it's not a mistake. That was a mistake. How unfortunate. Now we don't have any spirits on the battlefield. That's so odd that we have creatures, but none of them are spirits. Seems like a very strange thing. Do I play this though? I mean, yeah, like I said, they play burn spells, so it's like probably not in any danger of being removed off the battlefield, unless of course they bounce it. That's probably the only thing they could have here for it. They're not gonna have, I mean, even if they have the giant, if this is like turns out to be some weird giant deck and they have the sweeper, it's only 4 damage. Did not expect to see green coming out here. So it's a Teamer Adventure list. Very interesting. We really could stop top decking lands and it would really help. This could be a trap though. I could be swinging in here, dealing 2, and then maybe they have an additional way to pump damage to the giant. Hopefully not. Their mana colors were blue and green there, so it's not like I'm going to get stomped. All right, cool. That worked out. That worked out. Got rid of the giant. Really looking for pretty much anything but a land. we can make anything work here, just not a land. What would they have foretold there? Was that an all-runs epiphany? Honestly, Clarion Spirit might be one of the better top decks there. That's nice. Wish they would have played the giant though, so I could Bloodchief's Thirst it and get a trigger off of that. Clarion Spirit does get a little pump though. Gets a little pump on. Has trample and haste thanks to our boy here. The haste is so good, man. Giving it haste is so good. All right. They think I missed a land drop, but little do they know I have literally land for days, and they just triggered the Clarion Spirit. Ooh, feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Dude, giving haste to the creatures with Ghost Forge, that's so good. All right, well, they got some 1/1s. Doesn't really hurt us too bad. They have the exact mana they need to cast an ultimatum, though. That's what scares me. That scares me bad. Another Epiphany. A little annoying. Not the end of the world. Our spirits have trample, so they're going to be able to get through there off those birds. I can also Blood Chiefs Thirst one of them. And if we top deck any sort of spirit, or any card really that's not a land, we get a trigger with the Clarion Spirit, because I will have 2 cards I can cast. No ultimatum. You'll love to see it. And it's a land. Welcome. Welcome, land. Ugh. Do I care? I mean, yeah, I kind of care. Let's go ahead and do this. I should have cycled that a while back. I shouldn't have played that as a land. But had I known I was going to... I mean, that's in hindsight, knowing I was going to top deck 15 lands in a row. Oh, you saw it coming, did you? You attack and you attack, because if this Clarion Spirit dies, then we actually get another Clarion Spirit, so it's all good. So triple block it, please. Oh, they're just gonna take the trample damage. All right. Didn't seem like the best idea, but that's fine. So they're running counterspell magic. Gotta keep that in mind. Not that it matters. I think we basically just gotta keep playing whatever we top deck, right? So not like we can play around counterspells right now. Just trying to finish out the game strong. They go to the Fae of Wishes board. Wonder what they're gonna get. Probably a sweeper, right? A sweeper. Now, I haven't had experience with a sweeper with this card yet. Non-token creature control dies. Exile if you do. I think we're still gonna get copies of two things here. Oh, they're not going for a sweeper. They're going for a Kiora. So they do anticipate that they're gonna survive this turn. I guess they could, huh? Now that they've got the Fae of Wishes down, that's a lot of protection with the 4 toughness. Ooh, Scalds is sick. All right, let's go. We're gonna get a Clarion trigger now, which means we get another flyer with haste and trample. So that might have been exactly what we needed there. Holy cow, that's a terrible top deck. Unbelievable. At least we get a trigger. Come on, Usher the Fallen off the top here. We go 8 cards deep. We gotta find an Usher, right? Come on, 8 cards deep. We gotta find it. It's a Clarion, a Blood Chiefs. That'll work. That'll work. Take away a little bit of their toughness here. Nice. That's game. It's got to be, right? It's got to be. We got trample. They block 2 there. They block 3 there. Yeah, we win. We win, baby. Let's go. Dude, we got flooded so hard, and we still won this game. It's a testament how good this deck was. They keep forgetting we have trample, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. But being able to give the Clarion Spirit there another token was so good, because with Ghost Forge, being able to give things haste, such a busted effect, man. Such a busted effect. Man, I am loving the spirits, man. This deck is so sick. This deck is so sick. I'm loving that dwarf too, man. That dwarf does some serious work. All right, so what do we got here? We've got a good turn 1. Oh, we have a Scalds. Thank God. We can kind of start refilling our hand. We're up against the Lurrus deck, though. Please don't be rogues, but I guess Venerable Warsinger is really good, though, if it is rogues, because then we can get stuff back from the graveyard. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky if it's rogues. I hope it's not, though. Hopefully our opponent has a little more self-respect. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's funny. Oh, it's rogues, and it's snow-covered land, though? That's weird. That's weird. At least I don't have to worry about the tap land anymore. I was worried that I was going to have to play an on-tap land and then swing it in Boast, and then setting up my next few plays was going to be tricky, but now I can play the tap land. All's well that ends well. Took that off my mind. Is this a rogues deck or not? You're confusing me, bruh. Come on, bruh. Alright, I gotta text my wife. She's calling me right now. Gotta let her know I'm good. I'm good on food, thank you. She's gonna get me some food, but I told her we're good. I'm gonna stay and eat here. We got some stuff to eat, some sandwiches. Gonna have me a deli sandwich. All right, Soaring Thoughtseize. So at least we know what it is. It's the same thing it always is. Vanishing Verse, not so great here. Okay, just got better. Just got better. No land. Oh, I hope they missed the land drop. They did not. They did not. All right, so at least we can kind of run through the Soaring Thought Thief if they want to block. We can eat up the crab. Merfolk Wind Robber. Interesting. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I think I want to, yeah, I still want to kill the crab. Swing in. Soul Guide Lantern. That's annoying. I mean, they can exile our graveyard, though. That actually helps us in some ways. I mean, if they're rogues, kind of helps us. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. They're down to one card, which feels really nice. They have no more mana, so I wonder what's taking so long here on the decision. Are they going to attack? Ooh, good question. They do attack. Okay, that's good for us. That's really good for us. That means we're going to get back a Usher. Usher. All right. Nice top deck, kind of. You're dead, and you're gone forever. Not coming back. I'd hate to say I'm sad to see you go, but I'm not. We get back an Usher of the Fallen. Even if they want to block this, go ahead and try me, bro. It has Vigilance, too, which is so sick. Oh, they exile my graveyard. Look at that. We scared them. We scared them. Eventually, you're going to keep exiling my stuff, so, you know, or keep discarding it into my graveyard. That's fine, so you're leaving the lane wide open here for my War Singer. Ooh, look at that. I get back a Skyclave Apparition. Go ahead and buy your Luris. We know that that's the land. Watch. I bet. Buy your Luris. I knew it. They didn't have the guts. All right, let's go ahead and swing in here. Apparition. Absolutely. We'll take this. Apparition. Absolutely. We'll take this. And you have nothing to bring back with your Luris. Sad day for rogues. And we're just dominating. We're just dominating. Unless, of course, they play something that has, like, if they have Extinction Event or something. But I doubt it. Gonna play this. Hit my land drop. Hit all my land drops. Hit all the land drops. I could play Clarion Spirit here, but I don't get a trigger with it. So I'm gonna pass for now. Take action. Gonna play it next turn and then get a trigger with it. I mean, what can our opponent do at this point? We are just hitting the absolute nuts right now. Yep, that's a GG's. We'll see you, rogues. See you later. Let's go. Man, when this deck pops off, it pops off. I think Skulls being able to, you know, to really help support this deck with the card draw is so huge, man. It's such a good card. And we have it again right here, but we do need another land in order to play it. We need a lot of different land to make this hand work. It's so easily fixable down the road with that Scalds, but I think I have to mulligan that. It hurts, but I think it's the right thing to do. This is a much better hand. We actually, a very similar hand actually too. We got rewarded. We got rewarded for the mulligan. Oh, I hate mulliganing, but when we get a hand like that, it makes me feel a lot better about my decision. Spirits, show me the way. Apparition is a great card here in this matchup because our opponent's going to be playing things that want to come back from the graveyard. No, no, no. Not today, my friend. Fiend Artisan, not so big and tough, is it? I'm sure they got like a Blood Chief Thirst or something here for me. If only I can get Kaya down next turn. That would be so freaking sweet if they don't have a way to remove the Apparition, but of course we can't. It's a 5 mana drop. I'm just talking in hypothetical dreamland right now. A land would be nice. We get the Scalds going. All right, they did have some removal for us. It is what it is. Dang, that's a pretty sick card. Just wonder why we don't see too much of that these days. All right, this is not a bad card to draw, but it's also not a land, so I can't get too excited about it. Have we missed every land drop so far? I think we have. All right, we eat that. We eat that. Our opponent's not playing anything crazy yet, so we eat that. God, anytime Mono Black plays a castle, it really just... Ugh. It's unfortunate. I can't Vanishing Burst that, actually. That's a little annoying. Would have liked to hit it there, but... Ooh, that's annoying. Hey, it's a land. My guy. Ooh, an apparition. Love to see that. So we play the apparition, right? For 3, and then we can Blood Chief Stir something too and get a 1/1 counter an apparition. Avoid potentially getting hit with the Heartless Act. They do have these grasps though. Little annoying, but I like this a lot. This hand right here that we have is a really good hand for what we're seeing here on the board. Don't know about their hand obviously, but we'll get there when we get there. Fiend Artisan, are they gonna sack? They do. They sack their Scorpion. They get a card out of the deck. It's actually a really good effect, man. I'm surprised Fiend Artisan didn't actually pop off in the meta more. Someone didn't find a way to break it, but... Alright, here we go. Let the fun begin. Ooh, that's nice. So do we play the land first? Yeah, I think we play the land first, right? And we do it like this. And then we can play 2 Blood Chief Thirsts. That seems pretty sweet. That seems pretty darn good. Oh, our opponent's gonna hate us. Our opponent's absolutely gonna hate us because now we're out of the realm of grasp as well. Oof. What a turn, baby. What a turn. A lot of answers there. Anytime your opponent gives you a nice, you know you did just something pretty cool. Murderous Rider, though, they had an answer. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. It's a land. What are the odds we get an Usher of the Fallen here? I guess we're probably gonna hit a land at least, and we'll be able to save ourselves from a little bit of damage here. Okay, that's not good. Not good at all. Oh, that's such a bad Scalds, man. Such a bad Scalds. Ooh, definitely gonna take that out. Gotta take that out. No need to see any of those. I need to top deck some juicy cards here. Some creatures would be nice so I can get some bodies in front of these other creatures. That's not a creature. Oh no. Oh no. Couple Ushers, huh? Okay. So then let's throw this down for some white mana. Alright, we got some bodies. Got some bodies to work with now. I can exile something with Kaya, which is nice. Hopefully we went through all of our lands. Oh man. Oh man. No way. No way. Good game. Man, we were so close to getting something going there though. That first Scalds that we dropped could have been so much better. But unfortunately we got flooded out. GG. Alright, let's finish on a very strong note here. Let's finish strong. We gotta end with a bang here. Oh, come on, game. What are you doing to my mana source here? What are you doing to me? I guess that works a little bit better, but that's still trouble, man. This is still a trouble hand. If we don't find mana, we're gonna be hurting. It's either we get flooded or we get nothing, or we get the mana we don't need. It's a definite keep. It's just like, what do we put back though, you know? Rally of the Ranks is so good here, but gotta throw it back. Gotta throw the little fishy back to the water. Oh no, here we go. Here comes the drought. The mana drought of 2021, man. Mana drought, here we come. Another mono black deck? Oh, it's a pest deck. Here we go. Let the fun begin, my friends. Starting to wish I could learn so I can go get a dang land. That'd be nice. Not looking good for us, fam. Opponents doing the things that they want to be doing right now. And then everything kills my Usher, so it's like I can't just blindly attack with it, unfortunately. Oh, they got the Bastion of Remembrance down. That's tough. All right, sweet. We get the showdown here. All right, that's not a bad showdown. I'm gonna swing in both here. I'm okay with sacrificing the Usher. I gotta get some damage through. I gotta deal some damage to our opponent's face here. We're gonna be getting back things with our War Singer eventually, so it's a-okay. I can hit the Apparition on the Bastion of Remembrance, which is really good for us, because that's one of their main win cons, is that Bastion. That's also a good hit for them though too. It's a 3-drop, so can I Blood Chiefs that this turn? No, I can't. Of course I can't. I still think Apparition's the play here. Take that. And then can only play one of these here, huh? Guess we'll just kill you. Stay out of the line of a Heartless Act here, which is really good. Don't really want to trade that for this, even though this does, like, it's one of their main engine pieces here. I feel like trading that was not. It's not a good idea. I can kill it with the command the next turn. So okay, they get 2 of them. They got 2. Oh, they got 2 of those too. Okay, so we take care of their main engine pieces and they find 2 more. Very, very good. Wish I could play this and then this, but we don't have the mana for that, so we're gonna have to play this. And we're not gonna get a Clarion trigger here, unfortunately. Oh, that's a good find. That is a great find. Kill the Bastion. Put some more counters on my flyers here. They do get to learn here. Do I want them to learn here yet? Probably not, because then they could trigger their witches. So I'm gonna wait 1 turn to attack it. It might seem silly to some of you, but if they don't have an actual instant or sorcery spell in hand right now, they can't trigger their witches, and I might be able to deal with them before they even get any triggers with those. So could be better just to wait 1 more turn here, because they get to learn when that eye twitch dies. Oh, they found it right off the top of their deck, it looks like. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. They top decked it so good. All right. Gonna kill one of these witches this turn, which is good. Clarion Spirit. Wait, how much mana do I actually have here, though? I could play the Clarion Spirit followed by the Kaya. Or I could do the Clarion Spirit followed by the Lorhold command. Probably the Lorhold command, I think. Put the 1/1 counter here. Let's just keep distributing these 1/1 counters appropriately here. 3 damage. Create a 3/2. No. Oh, yes, I do want to target this. I have to pay 3 life. That's fine. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I am sure. All right, so now we go over the top. Don't have to worry about the eye ward anymore. And then next turn, I could just swing all, or the eye twitched eye ward. I was thinking of the ward cost on this. We're good though. I think we're fine. We can allow this damage to go through and then just swing in and hopefully win the game. Because when these die, they gain life and we take damage. So no blocks seems fine. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt. But I think that's the right play because now they have less blockers and less ways to gain life, right? So I'm gonna go Clarion Spirit here and then Kaya exile the witch. I gotta give them to the Flyers. Oh, they scoop it up. They see the writing on the wall. So yeah, that was gonna be a pretty sweet play. We were allowing our opponent to attack there was really good because had we blocked those 1/1s, we definitely could have and killed a lot of them. They would have just gained a lot of life that turn and then we'd probably be out of range of lethal. So allowing that attack to go through now opens up the lane for a lot of our attackers to come through. We have so many Flyers that we're going to come in for at least 9 damage and they would only be able to block 1. So good games. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back from the gameplay footage. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay footage as much as I had fun playing it. It's an incredible deck. It really is. This deck is so sweet, man. It has so many cool things you could do with it. Real quick, I did want to touch on Strixhaven Lorhold a little bit more. If you guys noticed, this set had a lot of spirit options released in the set. We actually had Returned Passcaller in this deck before we had the Ghost Forge crafted, and it was a kind of our other top end spell that helped us win the game. It's a really nice cheap way to kind of substitute in for the Ghost Forge if you don't have the mythic cards, but basically it returns an instant sorcery or spirit from your graveyard to your hand, and it's a 4/2 flying spirit creature itself. There's also things like the Historian that does some really cool things with spirits. So this set got a huge, like I said, a huge buff in spirits, and it's all in Lorhold, which is crazy. So Mardu spirits is definitely a real thing. Definitely test this deck out. Let me know what you think. If you have some ways to make it better, leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But the version I have right now, I'm currently running. I'm going to keep it the way it is. I could go full send and get rid of some of these, removal spells and put more spirits in and just go full send on the aggression. But currently the way it is now, I really, really do like it. And I kind of want to keep it this way. But let me know your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But this is the time and the point of the video where it's my favorite part. I like to give quick thank yous and shout outs to all of you guys. The support on this channel lately has been absolutely phenomenal, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really does mean the world to me. I made a little mistake, and I have a small request from you guys, if you don't mind going and checking out my last video. It is a Prismari deck. It was really good. The deck is really solid, and I was really proud of it. But unfortunately, I put it as members only yesterday after my stream. Typically, I put my live stream VODs as members only for those members who want to watch it. And I accidentally put that video on there for 24 hours. So it's lost an entire day's worth of views, and it's hurting really bad. And I think YouTube stopped putting it out to people, so it could use some love right now, and I'd really appreciate that if you don't mind. Also, speaking of members, I want to give a quick shout out to all of my members in the channel. It grows every single time I open this list, and it means so much to me. It really does. Thank you guys for you guys to support me monetarily. It is $4.99 a month if you're interested. It is a monetary way to support the channel, and it helps a lot. So shout out to you guys from the top. I want to kick it off with Get Looky. Thank you so much for your new subscription. You're a brand new member, so shout out to you. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. And it does say a day ago, which means you might have done this when I was streaming. For some reason, I don't remember an alert going off for that. So thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the Swayze Club, as well as Daisy, Jay, Kevin, Zeke, Watts, and Beef Drew. All of you guys are legends. Thank you so much for becoming members on the channel. And if you want to become a member on the channel, you can. It's a $4.99 fee monthly, and then you get access to exclusive content like pack openings. Like I said, you get access to all of my live stream VODs. Those are memberships only. And then you also get some really cool emotes to use in the chat if you do want to come visit us live on stream. It would mean the world to me if I saw you guys there. And then all of you are still here watching this video right now and hear the sound of my voice. Thank you as well. Thank you so much. It really helps the videos out a lot. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. But that's going to wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate all of you for being here, checking out the deck. I hope you enjoy this one. Have fun with it, man. Go on the ladder, win some games, and we'll catch you on the next video. Until next time. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah, it's custom to cheddar.